It takes consciousness and awareness to be aware that you have the choice to
Right.
pause in the moment while someone's yelling at you and reframe yourself to
Yes.
another state of mind. And this takes practice as well.
Yes. Okay. And my last question is in regards to the white sphere, the white domain.
Yes.
When we are there, um, I know that we listed a few things that we could use the domain for. If we are using it to travel to different realms, would we look for portals or bridges? How would we find it? How would we do that?
The bridge will be there when you look for it.
Okay.
And
And
we
that's
want to say that you can take all the energy that you want out of this place and you will cause no harm.
okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. That concludes my questions. Golden, thank you very much for your answers. We have about 15 minutes remaining, and we have two hands up. Nick, followed by Karen. Sir Nick?
You'll cause no harm and you'll create no karma.
Yay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who was
Uh,
first?
Greetings, Golden. Sir Nick here.
Sir Nick, greetings.
Can you disentangle from karmic obligations?
You can't.
And can you have no mission at all?
No, that is not possible.
Why
The
not?
soul always wants something. That's why.
Yeah. Well, the word amateur means for the love of doing. Is that not enough?
Yes, it is enough. And you will perpetually have a love of doing forever. Perhaps when you get hungry enough, you'll have a love of eating something. When you get bored enough, you'll have a love of doing something. And when you get bored of thinking of too many things, you'll have a love to relax. So one side creates the other side, and this is causality.
Uh, what is infinity?
It is all things to infinite proportions and beyond.
And is there a perfect state of each thing?
No, we don't believe that would be an accurate thing to say.
Because the more things change, the more they stay the same.
That it's not correct. Because when you change, so does your circumstance. So, by that simple quality, your environment changes by the actions that you take and the choices that you make. So that,
Yes, but I'm looking at a chair right now. I'm sitting in a chair. They're both different, but they're both really the same thing.
yes,
So is there like a perfect chair that exists?
for your body, there would be, yes. But there's not a perfect thing for all things because some imperfect things exist in lower dimensions that do not exist in higher dimensions because they're not perfect enough. They're not beautiful enough. They're not good enough to be created there. So that's why this does not apply.
Thank you. That's all for me.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Golden, and thank you, Nick. We have questions from Lady Karen, followed by Sir Sheen.
Lady Karen,
Greetings, Golden.
greetings.
Hello. I have a question about the white domain or the white sphere.
Yes,
Would this be a space to create new contracts?
it is, yes.
Okay. So this is where I would manifest all my dreams.
Yes, we see that you have a lot of previous arrangements with your energies, and it would be a perfect place for you, actually. This is where you can rebuild yourself from whatever frame you were to become whatever frame you want to be. This is where you'll do it.
This is exciting. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes. And you have a lot of connections to your past that hold you back. So we want you to know that you can cut them. and move forward in the white domain.
Yes. Just regarding that, just a little bit, the contracts that I've been breaking, I believe that's working.
Yes.
So, um, could I break them in the white domain as well?
You're
As
more
the
free to do it in the white domain. You'll face less resistance if you break them there.
Very good. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you, Golden. Thank you, Karen. Searching.
And we want to just mention, because darkness doesn't have a place there, it doesn't have a foothold there to create resistance in you to stop you from changing yourself there. That's why.
Very good.
Searching.
Greetings again, Golden.
Greetings again.
So all of the systems, including Elysium, they are all created to make the spirit or the souls capable of playing any identities or the games they want to choose. Is that right?
That's a little bit vague, just the way that you worded it, unfortunately, but not any game, because every game has certain restrictions that you must apply your consciousness to and live through the restrictions of the moment in that particular life. So
Understand.
you've chosen to be a human in this life, for example.
Yes. What I mean is, if there is no Elysium, I mean, if there is no Quinterax, no Elysium, no these systems, the spirit doesn't have fun.
That's correct.
Okay. I just want to understand that.
But the spirit
Now,
does enjoy creating, and that is a part of the fun. You don't need to play to have fun, even though creation is play.
understand. Now, without the system, for example, before the Elysium created, does the spirit love each other or they also attack each other? Do they have the
They
emotions?
they love each other and they hate each other, yes. And they do have
Okay.
emotions, but all of the emotions are just one emotion to us.
Wow. So the emotions, I mean, we've been taught a lot of elements by the White Titan before, and emotions, I remember is created or came in after the colors and the shapes or what is that the vibrations created.
Yes.
And you're saying before these elements, before the primordials created the elements, the emotions already there.
Well, we are a part of all things from high to low.
Right, right, right. So in the spirit, they will also have the emotions, but they are more concentrated. It's more like a dot.
It's more of a choice from moment to moment whether we want to use that action of emotion. If it serves our greatest good to do so, then perhaps we may. But if it does not, then we will likely not choose to exhibit it.
So if the spirit already have all of this, I mean, the emotions, the minds, why do we as spirits still need a game?
Yes,
Why?
because spirit wants to have restriction of their power, actually.
Wow. This is a little bit different from, I mean, this is fresh mind in my understanding. So you are saying, just making sure, try to understand 100% in this timeline. You are saying the spirit can take any experience without a system already.
Yes.
Wow. Because we've been told before, by previous teachers, the dragons, that because the spirit doesn't have experience, they want to downgrade themselves to souls, and the souls take the system. Sorry for my voices.
That's
It's not
okay.
true.
Spirit is all experience, and what has been and what will be, that is also spirit. So
Wow.
time is more complex than you can comprehend, unfortunately.
Right.
But there was a time where there was no lesser experiences. And in this time, it was advantageous to create them. During that time, for that very moment before they were created, spirit may have been considered to be bored, you can say, or they
Yes,
may have wanted to have more limitation. And that is why they created these lower places, so that they could be limited and get their way out of this limitation and accomplish a goal or a task or a feat or whatever it might be. So in that moment, it is possible that the spirit can experience boredom. But once they create the game, then there is no boredom anymore. They're perpetually in that game and they're perpetually outside of that game.
understand. Matrix in Quinterex is time,
It's
and
one of the dimensions of Quinterax.
it's yes, it's one of the dimensions of the Quinterex. And Elysium, there are also time. If the Elysium want time, right? It's just different. It's a cloud, and we are the rain. We are the lines of the rain.
Mm.
Um, it's
We
according to the
understand
White Titan
Elysium's
teaching.
reference, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
the choice for us is
mm,
we can choose to exhibit time just as you choose to exhibit emotions or not.
I understand that part. What I'm trying to understand here is you're saying when we are in a spiritual spirit status, there's no time and space, or there is if they are being they willing to create it in their own, is that right? But just maybe just can't lasting a long time because there's no system to hold the time and space.
There is a system to hold time and space, and we do experience it, but we choose to be limited by it or not.
I see.
So all things exist, and we choose do we want to experience them or not. And typically, the limitations of reality are things that we choose to not experience. But there will always be a part of us through entanglement that is a part of that particle of experience. And that happens from the zero to the ninth dimension in Quinterax and from other dimension to other dimension in other games.
Crystal, I think I understand what you're saying now. So can we exist this limitation anytime we want to go back to spirit
You
state
can,
status?
yes.
But in Quinterex, we have to finish the death and the living part, right? That's the code.
That's not truth.
Okay, that's not truth. That means okay, okay, all right. Final question.
Yes.
Ask this, ask this to White Titan before, but I want to understand. Well, I want to get your perspective. How do we deal with the code in our in our experience in our incarnation? What is the code?
The code is the limits, it's the structure, it's the parameters and qualities of your life. So, how do you deal with it? Well, that depends on the limits, structures, and codes and programs of your life. If they're negative, change them to be positive so that you can experience love and light and harmony and peace and serenity and beauty more than suffering and agony and pain and torment and tragedy and other terrible things.
So the code is actually like a program to our identities to define the identities to support the game.
The code determines the matrix and how it inferences off of your soul's reflections through your perceptions.
So the code, our code, for example, my code in this life in a certain timeline is being projected by myself to the Quinterex. Is that right? I mean, it's stored there. Like I'm
It's
just
stored there
downloading.
temporarily while you harness yourself to this reality, but that is your choice.
Right, right. I put them there. I put my code before this incarnation to the Quinterex, and I'm downloading this code, and I'm testing myself if I want to break the code or I just want to follow the code to be certain identity in the certain lives. Is that right?
You're all parts of the code. And
Yes.
that's why you have so many timelines, because you have the opportunity to enter any one of these timelines from the
Yes.
best to the worst of yourself
Yes.
and to the best and the worst of your life. So all the
Yes.
codes are already there, but you determine that you'll be on this particular singular path and not all
Yes.
of the others. That is what it
Yes.
means to be third dimension.